Alright, so welcome back to some more MX Simulator. Now today we're going to do something that I have yet to do since playing Sim. This is only the 4th video, so I'm still really noob, and I say this every video, but I still have not been able to sit down and play as much as I'd like to because I'm so busy trying to get as many videos with variety, playing different games. If all I did was MX Simulator, or like if that was the main game that we played, it would be different, but it's really not. So I just don't have tons of time to play. Now I did feel better today, and what I was saying is we're gonna do something we have yet to do, which is an unedited video of laps. Meaning usually I go and pick out the 2 or 3 best laps depending on how long the track is and show those, because I know it's super frustrating to watch crashing all the time. I still do crash. I'm not crashing all the time, and this was an easier track. By the way, of which this track is called JGM X Fun Track. And all you sim guys, I'm sure, know all this stuff already. But for the guys that aren't like super familiar with sim, this is what it's called. And it was really easy, but it was really fun too. And I know I'm not going super fast, like I'm not blazing around the track or anything, but I felt fairly comfortable. I felt like I wasn't gonna crash every 5 seconds. I feel like, I don't know, just on this track in general, everything felt better. I mean, a couple of moments like that, we really should have crashed, and we actually cased a couple things and didn't crash. And I felt like maybe, like, I know the front end was endoing. We were endoing quite a bit still, but I feel like we were kind of getting that a little under control, trying to dab a little more in corners, shift a little more, because there were some fairly long straights here. Just a couple times you'll hear that I'm in the wrong gear for sure. I needed to shift up a couple times, and maybe even a couple times downshifting corners. But I feel like just in general, you know, coming out of the corner, dabbing, and then undabbing yourself, sitting down and then standing back up, was something that I really struggled with, as well as just the corners in general. But here at least, and maybe it's because the way the track was made, it didn't feel as slick. It felt like a lot of the tracks when I'm playing on them, going into the corners, it's like, it's so slick. It's so very slick. And if you go into the corner and give it a ton of throttle, it's going to be slick even here. But the way I was hitting the corners here, a lot of times I felt like if I would have been at any other track, we would have been slipping and sliding a lot. So this track is not very slick, which is good for me being a beginner trying to learn the game. And I know this isn't really great gameplay, and I'm not throwing whips or anything, but as far as the progression that I feel like I've made in Sim, this is the happiest I've been playing it. I actually had some fun, okay? Now, a lot of these other videos, even though the laps may have not been absolutely horrible, they were really slow and not great. This was the most fun I had in Sim playing ever. Like, ever. And I only have, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I don't have hardly any hours in this game, okay? And out of all those hours, every single hour, this track was my favorite by far. Like, by far my favorite track. That Race Tech training complex, or whatever it was called, I really liked that one too, but I felt like I was slipping and sliding a little more. Maybe I'll go back to that after I played and have more hours logged in the game, and it'll be more fun. But for now, this one takes the cake right here. And I actually have to give a thank you to, I don't remember who it was, but to the people that showed up for the live stream a couple weeks ago. And I know I said I was going to try and live stream Sim once a week or so, something like that, on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, which it hasn't been that case because it just hasn't. I'm trying to get videos uploaded 1 per day, and I know people said they wanted quality over quantity, which I'm still trying to do, but and it's not that bad. I've kind of gotten to a little bit of a schedule here where I can be ahead, like up 1 video. So Tuesdays or Monday's video will be done Sunday, and then Tuesday's video is done on Monday, so I can upload earlier for you, and I can have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday schedule. Sim, now I'm not going to promise this because I already said that I was going to do a live stream once per week, and that didn't happen. But what I want to do with Sim is maybe I will try to do 1 per week. Now that might be a little bit of a long shot, but once per week. If I miss a week, then it'll be the next week for sure. So every other week I will try to do a Sim video, maybe every week. Now with doing MX bikes, I kind of like going back and forth, and this is funny to me because I know some people play sim and MX bikes and they're good at both. I felt like I liked MX bikes more than sim, and I still do because I'm having more fun with that game up until today with this track. I really feel like, and that's just me, and you can argue with me until you're blue in the face, but everybody's different, okay? So everybody approaches things differently. I feel like playing MX bikes more, like we have been, has helped me with sim. I know this may be a really easy track and everything, but I feel just in general, because when I'm using the controller, there's a lot more to be thinking about than when you're playing like Supercross Encore. Don't get me wrong, I love Supercross Encore. It's one of my favorite games, but I know a lot of people don't. But I feel like playing MX bikes has just helped me in general to play sim a little bit. It's easier than sim for sure, but there's still a lot of buttons to be worrying about and things to be thinking about when you're playing. It's still a simulation game. So when I came to sim now, it didn't feel so weird. I didn't feel like I was fumbling over the controller so bad. Now I did fumble a bit where I didn't dab in a corner when I kind of would have liked to, and you know, whatever it may have been, but I did do it a lot more than last video. Last video, I didn't dab at all. I just was focused on whatever I had to do to get around the track. Today, I was trying to think, okay, I'm trying to shift a little more, sit down in the corners a bit more. Some people have said that when you're going to over jump something really bad, just dab, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, realistically, that doesn't really make sense to me, but if it works in the game, okay. I didn't really notice it too much. We didn't overjump horribly on anything. We kind of had it down here. There is a triple somewhere. I don't remember where. I think it's when we come out of this next corner, or maybe we already hit it. I just struggle with that all day long. I don't think I got it once. Maybe it's this one. Let's see if it's this triple. No, maybe it's not. No, it's not this triple. There's some other... Well, maybe it is. I don't remember. Maybe there's two of them. But back to what I was saying. I feel like playing MX bikes is a good window, a doorway to open up before playing sim. So if you have PC and you have sim, there's a couple thoughts here. If you have sim and you have PC and you don't like it, try MX bikes, okay? Try the demo. You don't have to pay money for it. It's $30, or no, it's 30 euros, $36. Try the demo. Play that a bit, and then go to sim and see if that helps you, because it's easier to play MX bikes than sim. If you have both and you don't like sim but you like MX bikes, just play more MX bikes and then just kind of keep switching back and forth. I really feel like it helps. At least for me, the way I learn. And I know everybody's not the same. Yeah, it was that other triple for sure, because we just cleared that one. I know not everybody's the same. Everybody learns different. Different things work for different people. I get that, but for me at least, if someone was asking me for advice or how I tried to pick it up, and it was by complete dumb luck, just playing MX bikes and then switching to sim a little bit back and forth helps, because when you're just playing like MXGP3 or the MXGP games or the MX versus ATV games, there's way less to be thinking about. I mean, I have every button mapped out on my controller, and I use a wired Xbox 360 controller. A lot of people ask me that as well. I have every button mapped out to something. So I'm constantly moving my fingers around trying to figure out what I need to be hitting next. You know what I mean? And it's like that with both games. But when you come from a super pick up and play type arcade game, it's not really like that. You don't really need to think about too much of anything. There's not a lot to think about. Now I know with Encore, like to whip glitch and do all that stuff, yeah, it's not easy, okay? It's really not easy. It does take practice. But there's still less to think about, I think. So to learn this game, I say kind of play them together. These two games kind of go hand in hand. And then with the new LCQ Studios game, that sounds like it could be kind of sim-cadey, you know, like where it's a mixture of both from what I'm understanding. So I'm not sure. That game might not fit in with sim and MX bikes as much as I was expecting it to. I really felt like it was going to be more sim with a few arcade aspects to it. So I guess I was thinking it'd be more like MX Simulator maybe, but it sounds, from what I've heard from people in comments and in reading things, it sounds like it could be more sim but still have quite a bit of arcade to it. People are comparing it to having some reflex traits about it. So I don't know. I haven't read too much more about it, so you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm enjoying, and no, we were not trying to throw a whip there. I was getting out of control and just kind of trying to save myself. I can't whip in the game. I don't even try to whip in the game. I still have pretty high stability. I haven't touched my settings since last time, but next time I do a live stream with the MX Simulator, you guys can suggest to me some stuff, as well as in the comments. If you have suggestions, let me know in the comments what those are and what you think I should be doing and all that good stuff. I do have a full setup finally, a full setup. The stability, I kind of have been jumping it down a little bit, but like I said before, I haven't really been playing that much, so I haven't changed too much from the last live stream. Actually, I did change the setup from the live stream. I did change the entire bike setup from there. I can't talk today. From then, and I'm pretty happy with it. I feel pretty comfortable, so I think I'm just gonna stick with this for now. As far as setup goes, just if you have any suggestions on just what to do when you're playing it, not necessarily with setup, because I'm okay with my setup for right now, at least for right now, but tips on that, or any tracks that I haven't played yet that you think would be good for a nub like me to learn to play this game, it would be helpful. But I think that's where we're gonna end it. I'm not gonna finish out this race. I think I put it on like 5, 6, 7 laps, and I was doing like averaging 3-minute lap times, which is slow, but you know, I think we're gonna end it here. Thanks so much for the support on the MX Simulator. Remember, if you want to see more, make sure to leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments any suggestions you have on tracks or downloads or tips or tricks or anything like that. It's much appreciated because I suck at this game. And I guess that's all I have to say. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing, and until the next video, take it easy.